All right, so the first part of this actually already has a pre-built-in video. So just watch that on the actual textbook side. You can hit play on that. So I'm going to skip over, to pause my video. I'm gonna skip over to and actually talk you through the try it questions. So watch the video in the textbook first. Um, try the try it questions, and then you can get an explanation on the try it questions from me when you're done. Okay, so hit pause now and then come back. All right, so first part I'm looking at here is, the way they described it is to find domain first. So there are three distinct sections of this graph. Um, the first section has a domain from -5 to -2. It's kind of hard to tell, like, which is this closed for the first section or the second section. So I'm just going to assume it's the first one. I don't think there's really a way to tell since it's not color coded like the video was on the last one. All right, then the second section goes from an x value of -2 to an x value of 3. So I'm leaving, again, that open, and then this one is closed here. All right, and then this one goes from 4 to 6. Is clearly an open circle there and a closed circle there. And then it's, what is the equational line? I mean, you can find the slope first or whatever, but for this, that slope is 0. That's a horizontal line. So that's y equals 7. All right, this line here, let's see. Well, it goes from, it's hard to tell since you're, instead of just counting. So I guess we'll just talk about it in terms of the points. So that ordered pair there is -2, 7. And that ordered pair there is 3, 2. So what's the slope between them? So you got 2 minus 7 over 3 minus -2, so 3 plus 2. So you end up with -5 over 5, which is -1. So that actually is a slope of -1, and it's got a y-intercept of 5. So it's y equals -x plus 5. All right, and then what's the slope here? We've got the ordered pair 4, 5. And you got the ordered pair there, 6, 9. So it's 9 minus 5 over 6 minus 4. And that equals 4 over 2, which is 2. All right, so it's a slope of 2. We don't have a y-intercept. So I guess the best way to do it would be to use point slope form, right? So if this is my x1, and this is my y1, I'm going to do y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So y1 is 5, so y minus 5 is equal to 2 times x minus 4. Distribute the 2, add the 5. So the y-intercept would have been -3 if it came all the way down. But again, I had to calculate that because I couldn't actually just see where it was crossing like I could for the other section there. So I've got y equals 2x minus 3. All right. let's see how wrong I am. I'm not actually going to type it all in there. All right, so I mean they have it in function notation, which is a better way to write it. But they have essentially it's y equals 7, so that's good. Domain there is good. They have 5 minus x, fine. I would prefer to write it as negative x plus 5, but it's the same thing, so it's equivalent. And then domain is good, and then 2x minus 3, and then domain does match it there. All right, so that part looks good. I'm going to clear all this out to do the next one. Tell you what, I'll even write it in function notation like they have it for this one. So let's first get the, well, let's figure out what the domains are again. So it's -3 to -2. So closed circle first, open circle second. Second segment goes from -2 to 1. So closed circle first, open circle second. And then the last segment here goes from 1 to 2. And they are both closed circles. All right, so those are the domains. Let's see the equation here. That looks like a slope of -1 to me. All right. Again, you could write it all out, but it would clearly go through. If I just follow the slope the same way, it's going to go through the origin. So you could do point slope formula. Me, I'm just going to write it as negative x. All right, because the y-intercept is 0, the slope is -1. So it's going to be y equals negative x. And again, I'm going to try to write it in the function notation that they have. All right, so f of x is equal to negative x over that interval. This one is a horizontal line, so it's just going to be f of x equals 1. And then the slope here appears to be, well, it's going up 1, 2, 3, right 1. So the slope is 3. If I go down 1, 2, 3, left 1, it's at -4. So it'd be a y-intercept of -4. Again, you could do point slope formula to get that. But if I just apply the slope 1, 2, 3 down, left 1, because it's the slope of that part, you're going to get that. So the slope is 3. So it's 3x minus 4. Okay. So let's see how bad I did. Okay. So the first part is f of x equals negative x with domain that looks good. F of x equals 1, domain that matches. Apparently I can't count. All right. So this one is not 4. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. It's actually 4. The slope is 4, which is then why I also got the y-intercept wrong. So there you go. So that should be 4x minus 5, not 3x minus 4. I apologize. I'm also not going to redo the video for that error, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Again, I apologize. Anyway, so that's example 3. Hopefully you tried it. Let me know if you have questions. We can talk in class.